Hey there, it's Darren, and some thoughts today on leadership and what really constitutes true quality, humane leadership. So I want you to think as you're listening, how am I leading myself so that I can be the leader that I want to show up and be? So I'm going to read verse 17, chapter 17 from the Tao Te Ching, and I'll explain it. And I'm going to try and keep this a short video. During the High Ages, people knew they were there. What they mean by they, the people above them, the people in power, the people in government. During the High Ages, people knew they were there. Then people loved and praised them. Then they feared them. Finally, they despised them. When honesty fails, dishonesty prevails. Hesitate and weigh your words. When their work succeeds, let people think they did it. So, in a nutshell, almost 2,500 years ago is when the Tao Te Ching was written. So, the High Ages, they're talking about the past. It could even be mythological. But the idea was everybody was living in harmony. There were people in government per se, or leading, or sages, but it wasn't a top-down thing. Decisions were made, but they were made in such a way that the common people didn't really even notice that there was anyone in power, because everything that was being done in a natural way, in a humane way, in an ethical way, in a virtuous way. Almost as if the people that were making the decisions thought, if I were making this decision, how would it impact me negatively or in a positive way so that I can be my most authentic and free self and connected to and supporting the rest of humanity? So we are in this stage right now, aren't we, of not only that we've gone past the people fearing leaders, it is now despising leaders. And it's a terrible place to be because it creates polarization. It means it becomes very much a dialect, a conversation of us versus them. You're on this side, you're on the wrong side, you're on the right side. But when people are encouraged and empowered to do things are on their own within community, within cities, within provinces or states or countries, the best leader steps back and doesn't take ownership or gratitude for anything that they have done. They help the people see that they did it themselves. This applies to teamwork. This idea of like, oh, this CEO is so amazing and so wonderful, or my manager is so great, they did this, they did this. The best kind of leadership is almost invisible. It's very humble, it's accepting, it's inclusive, it's empowering. It lifts people up. This aspect of inspiring others to improve themselves, to stand up for what's right, to bring their skill, knowledge, and wisdom and guidance to support the greater effort, the greater community. There's commentary about this verse in the translation I'm reading, which is the Red Pine translation. What we do to cultivate ourselves is what we do to govern the world. So to govern the world, to lead the world, to lead an organization, to manage staff, to work in a volunteer organization, doesn't matter. Govern in this sense means the leadership direction that you are imparting to others. My expression, if you don't feel well, you can't lead well. That is your physical and emotional state. If you are not taking care of yourself, if you're not mindful of your own humility and ability to show up in the world with care and looking at others as equally deserving it and needing as much dignity as you are not fit to lead in a humane way. Leadership is ownership. Leadership is personal responsibility. Leadership, when coming from that place, inspires others to act and behave in the same way. Just want to read a little bit more. Among the arts we cultivate, the most subtle of all is honesty. This is what we're seeing as so highly problematic right now. It gives me a headache. I mean, I really want to take some Tylenol right now. Really, really. Tylenol causes autism. Tylenol was created long after autism was diagnosed. This kind of dishonesty to persuade the masses who aren't managing themselves, are looking for the powerful leader to make all the decisions for them, leads us to that line. Then they feared them. Finally, they despised them. But the people in power that are lying and indoctrinating, instead of being feared by those who follow them, are being revered. And those they despise are the people to whom they are pointing their fingers. Quoting again, when we embrace the truth, the world enjoys peace. When we turn our backs on the truth, the world suffers. This is where we are right now. It's sad, it's frustrating. But what can you do? What can you do? I urge you not to do nothing. You don't have to be on the front lines. You don't have to be doing a letter writing campaign. You don't have to, if you don't want to, put yourself at risk. You can support others, other organizations. There's so much you can do, but you need to do something. If you are feeling frustrated in any aspect of your leadership right now, whether it is the politics happening in the world right now, or whether it is the internal politics at an organization that are really driving you nuts, do something. Stand up for what is right. Own the situation, the problem. Maybe not own it so much in the sense of don't own it as your error or your mistake, but take ownership of it so that you can work towards the most strategic and effective solution. And when people say, wow, Darren, or whatever your name is, look at what you did. Look at the solution you did. Step back and change the conversation from I did to look what we accomplished. So that's my question to you today. Below the video, let me know where it is that you can take personal responsibility. What is it that you can do right now to contribute to making a meaningful difference so that people will actually follow your lead?